Hello, good morning. Welcome to Red Sports. This is Ishan, your host, along with Devashish and Snehashish. It's day two of Duleep Trophy, India A versus India B, and India C versus India D. We'll first talk about India A versus India B. Devashish Dada, I'll ask you, Mushir Khan still batting unbeaten on a very well made 100. What do you think? How many more runs do you think this youngster can pile on here? And the amount of pressure he put on the other team because, like we mentioned, India B were in a spot of bother. He came in, got that 100, and really put his team ahead in the game. So, how many more runs do you think he must be thinking in his head? And what do you think this game is going to look like from there on?
Yeah, obviously they would look to score as many runs as they can, and but then it will be challenging. And in the morning session, we saw yesterday as well on day one, and then most of the wickets fell in the first session. But then the application and grit that was on display by Mushir means obviously batting for 5 hours when the seniors in the team and they were dismissed cheaply, and he showed that temperament means and that is something to appreciate, and hopefully in the longer he stays, the better for India B. Given that they were at one stage 94 for 7, and from there to 200 to end the day on 202 for 7, with him being not out on 100. And also we must speak about Navdeep Singh Saini as well. Means,
Yeah.
the way he batted means obviously. So and that also gave confidence to Mushir, giving in taking the singles and giving the strike to him as well. So hopefully if this pair can bat for another hour or so, maybe they can reach at around 250, which will be a decent score.
Yeah, absolutely. Snehashish, I'll ask you the same question. Mushir will take a lot of confidence from this innings. So obviously, he'd like to push on and get as many runs as possible. So, what do you think would be a good enough total on this wicket from what you've seen so far? Something around 300 would be very competitive.
Yeah, I think 300 is a very good total on this wicket, but it will be difficult for them to reach 300 mark. I think they will at least try to reach the 250 mark. I think that will be a decent score on the board. But this wicket is not that easy to bat on, and the Gill and others batters will also struggle. What I am thinking, let's see how they bat today. But and especially what Devashita said, that just like yesterday, I think the morning session will be very tricky for the batters, and especially I think now Gill and others will now target Saini rather than Mushir Khan. I think if you don't take the wicket of Mushir Khan, then target the other side and take the remaining three wickets, and as quick as possible can come to bat. I think that's the issue. And the interesting thing that I want to see, that whether Mushir Khan starts attacking from the fast ball or not, because yesterday we didn't see that intent from him despite Navdeep Saini batting. He showed that trust on Navdeep Saini, and Saini did brilliantly. He defended the ball, he played some shots, important 25-30 runs. So today also the same approach they went, then they will go, or Saini, because Saini will face some trouble today morning, that for sure. Uh, and the opposition bowlers, the team of bowlers will also come up with different plans for sure, at least against Saini today morning. So so the intent, the approach will be same or some different from Mushir to gather some quick runs as much as possible. That's the thing I want to see. But overall, I think 250 will be a decent score on the board.
Absolutely. And Devashish, we know that Shubman Gill will be coming out to bat for India A along with Mayank Agarwal. Shubman Gill as a captain would want to deliver up front. So, your thoughts on Shubman Gill?
Yeah, obviously, and he's an integral player across the formats for India, and this will be a huge opportunity for him to and a perfect practice, I would say, ahead of the big Test series coming up. Obviously, India will play 10 Test matches in the next 7 8 months, starting with the series against Bangladesh. So, ideally for Shubman, and for that matter, even the other India A batters, the likes of KL Rahul, Dhruv Jurel, means who were in that Test squad against England. So assuming that Rishabh Pant will definitely be back in the Test squad, but Dhruv Jurel might be the second wicket keeper. So obviously looking forward to him also scoring runs. But Shubman Gill, we all know, and he has been elevated in his role. And so it's a perfect opportunity, and the conditions will be favorable. Means obviously on day two, it will be the ideal conditions for batting. So, and hopefully he goes on to make a big contribution and gets this confidence going ahead of the test in Bangladesh.
Yeah, I think that's what the Indian team will want as well. And Dhruv Churel, obviously not the first choice wicketkeeper, but he still has everything to play for. This is the next, possibly wicketkeeper batter that India would like to groom and see for the future. So you like to get some runs under his belt and go on that series as a backup option. Sneharshish, Dhruv Churel, lot to prove. Again, competition will build up in this area very soon as well. There are others who would want to be in that same position, but Dhruv Churel is right before Rishabh Pant. So you have that opportunity and should make the most out of it.
Yes, absolutely. And I think yesterday he kept brilliantly. Some glove work that he did, especially the ball which went leg side of the wicket, and the way he got that balls, that was brilliant. And Rishabh Pant failed as we saw yesterday. So I think that so if he scored some important runs for his team, like 40 or 50s, then that will be beneficial for him and the selectors. Selectors might think that he is now currently leading the race as per as concerned for the wicket keeping position for Team India. But
Yeah.
as per fuel concerned, I think he kept brilliantly. Now it's today we have to see that how he bats when he comes to bat. But overall, Rishabh Pant, as we said yesterday, also in the Rishabh Pant will be disappointed the way he got out because after a long time he made a comeback in the red ball format. But Dhruv Jurel, might be a little bit ahead in currently because Rishabh Pant failed yesterday. But how he will bat today, that will determine the race between Rishabh Pant and Dhruv Jurel in terms of Team India
Mm.
selection.
Yes. Debashita, are you excited to see Mukesh Kumar, Yash Dayal, and Navdeep Saini have a bowl today, possibly in the afternoon?
Yeah, obviously, and the contest is getting spiced up. Means obviously, we saw what Akashdeep did. In fact, all the three bowlers of India A means did reasonably well. Means the likes of Akashdeep, Khalil Ahmed, and Avesh Khan. So, and assuming that Jasprit Bumrah might be rested for the series against Bangladesh, and and Mohammad Shami also not going to be played in that test series against Bangladesh. So there will be a big contest as far who will be the third pacer. Obviously, assuming that Siraj is definitely going to be in that side, the test squad against Bangladesh. So it depends. There are a lot of names that is going around. Akashdeep did play in that test series against England. Mukesh also got a chance in the first couple of test matches. Then Avesh Khan is also there. So and all eyes will be on the fast bowlers, especially if you are talking about the India A versus India B match. I think that everyone will be closely following what these bowlers are doing, fast bowlers, because spin wise it is more or less sorted because Ravindra Jadeja, Ashwin, Akshar Patel, Kuldeep Yadav, these will be your four spinners, and I don't see any changes or any new faces coming in as far as the spinners are concerned. But when it comes to fast bowlers, obviously with the two experienced fast bowlers in the likes of Jasprit Bumrah and Mohammad Shami not featuring, so the selectors will have to look at these bowlers, this crop of fast bowlers, the likes of Akashdeep, Navdeep, Avesh Khan, Mukesh
Yeah.
Kumar. It will be among these bowlers who will make it into the test squad for the series against
Mm.
Bangladesh.
Yes, absolutely. Snehashish, we'll talk about game number two, which is happening. India C versus India D. Obviously, India C is trailing by 73 runs at the moment. But before we talk about this game, there's a statement here. It's saying that Rutu ke bare mein kuch bola karo. So why don't we speak about Gaikwad a bit? Obviously, could not really perform. Yeah, I think, let me just check the amount of runs he got. Yes, 5 runs from 19 balls. So it's a difficult wicket to bat on, obviously. We've seen a lot of wickets fall, but Gaikwad obviously would like to go on and get some runs as well. His direct competition is Shubman Gill. Obviously, Shubman is that first choice batter, but obviously Gaikwad would want to get some more runs under his belt. So let's just have a conversation on Gaikwad before we get deeper into that game.
Yes, absolutely. And I think the same example that I give yesterday in the discussion of Abhimanyu Isharan, that these guys scores run, lot of runs in the domestic cricket, but on the day when it is mattered, they fail. I think that is the issue. And with Rituraj Gaikwad, I think everyone will agree with me that we have not seen him, scoring consistent runs in international arena. The way he has scored runs for CSK or in domestic cricket, the
Hmm.
consistency has been an issue for him when it comes to Team India. And in any format, I am saying he hasn't played the Test format, but the amount of ODI and the amount of T20s he has played, he has failed to score at a consistent way. Scored some important runs in the Zimbabwe series. Also, he scored some important runs, but when it comes to consistency, he failed to score just the way he has scored in domestic arenas. So I think again, when it mattered most, yesterday he failed to score as a skipper. He got a chance to lead from the front as an opening batter also, but again, it was a trick to wicket. Obviously, Harshit Rana, one of the informed domestic bowlers of India currently, but still you expect a better quality like Ruturaj Gaikwad with that technique and all. You expect Ruturaj Gaikwad to score some runs, but again, it's a disappointing start for me. I think personally he will be more disappointed. But yeah, if you see the current lot of Indian cricket, I don't see Ruturaj Gaikwad getting a chance in the top four or top five because
Hmm.
he
Yeah.
Ruturaj Gaikwad in that Test format as a number five or six batter. Ruturaj Gaikwad have to bat within the top four spot, but if you see the current lot and the batters are waiting to get a chance, I think Ruturaj Gaikwad still yet yet to wait for another year or so to get a chance in the Test lineup and yet to score a lot of runs to prove himself in front of the selectors.
Yeah, absolutely. Debashwita, we'll just answer this question here because we've gotten it. Can Mushir Khan be included in the squad for the Test series against Bangladesh? What are your feelings? Is it too soon?
It will be interesting, Pawan, because Sarfaraz Khan did play in that series against England. So, assuming that Sarfaraz will definitely be in that side, I don't see Sarfaraz getting dropped after one series. And also Bangladesh series, I think definitely he will be in that squad. It goes to be seen whether the selectors keep Devdutt Padikkal. He did feature in that series against England, but then he did not score runs in this Duleep Trophy first match. So maybe with the application that Mushish displayed, you never know whether selectors will try him or not. But then definitely he did have that temperament and that confidence to be in that test side. So it will be interesting whether selectors pick Mushir, but he did have it in him to play in that in the top level, and the way that the temperament he showed on display was unbelievable, and especially the runs he scored was against the top three bowlers. You have to
Yeah,
also keep in mind the likes of Avesh Khan, Khalil Ahmed, and the Akashdeep. So I think he has ticked all the boxes. Now it's up to the selectors with whether they also feel the same to include him, because Devdutt Padikkal definitely does not will not be included in that test squad. Sarfaraz will definitely be in that side along with KL Rahul in that middle order. But it goes to be seen whether Mushir Khan does get the opportunity. And there's a saying that when you see a talent, just get them
Hmm.
in at a young stage, and that is and that will maybe not play him in the 11, but at least if he's in the squad, rubbing the shoulders with the experienced players and the seniors in the side, the likes of Virat, Rohit. So that will do his confidence a world of good. So why not?
Absolutely.
Why not? Because he's the man in form. He showed the temperament, the grit, the 100 he scored, staying in the middle for 5 hours, pressing the informed bowlers. So why not?
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Devishita. Snehashi, let's just end this show with your build up on this game, India C versus India D. I'll give you the score. India D 164 all out, India C 91 for 4 with Baba Indrajit and Abhishek Porel batting. So it's a equally mixed
Yes,
game at the moment. It
absolutely.
can go anywhere. You can go in. Sorry?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's a
Uh,
tricky situation
take
right now
a
in
couple of
India.
wickets, obviously they'll be under pressure. The partnership is built here. The other team will be under pressure. So how are you building up this game and which direction do you see this game going?
I think still this game can go anyway. I think these 73 runs will not be an easy, especially the morning session you have to deal with. And four wickets down, if India D manage to take two or three wickets in the first session, then might be they can get a lead of 5 or 10 runs, or might be when they concede a lead, it might be around like 10 to 20 runs. What I expect. but it will be interesting to see because and other bowlers have to step up. One Akshay Patel cannot win your game. He is doing with the bat. He is doing with the ball. It's very everything he has done only he has done yesterday. But for India D, I think they have to see of this fast session fast thing that they have to do the see of this fast session carefully. And if they manage to do that, then they can pile up a big score on that and gain a huge lead. And then you can say that India C has an upper hand in this game. But as of now, it's a tricky situation. In this fast session depends a lot. To get an understand that which team is ahead after 5 sessions, 4 sessions.
Yes, Devashita, final thoughts.
I just like to speak a little bit on Abhishek Purel because see this will be a make or break season for him because he has been in the reckoning for quite some time now in last few seasons. And obviously, the Riddiman Saha has already announced his retirement from first class cricket. So I think this gives Purel a perfect opportunity. If we can, he is 32 not out. If we can make a big contribution, he already plays IPL for Delhi Capitals. So if we can make a big contribution, that will do his confidence a world of good, especially with the Ranji Trophy season ahead. So I think this Duleep Trophy matches is a huge opportunity for Abhishek Purel. And remember, if you look at the Indian the scenario, obviously Rishabh Pant is there, Dhruv Jurel is there, and Abhishek Purel, if he puts up a string of good scores, who knows? He might also be in the reckoning.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's great. I think we need more youngsters to come up and showcase their talent, and obviously the competition is there. But this is the healthy competition, like Devashita mentioned. You want more youngsters to feel encouraged to go out and perform, and this is the way Indian cricket will move ahead. On that note, thank you, Devashita. Thank you, Snehashish. We'll end the show here, and we'll catch everyone else later on for the post-day show. So make sure you tune into that. And until then, have a great day, and we'll catch you all very soon. Thank you.
Thank you.